Hello, guys. This reading is for Leo Sun, though it may also resonate with Leo Moon and Leo Rising. Please make sure to check out your Sun, your Moon, and your Rising sign video. You may be operating more fully from one aspect of your personality over another at any given time. Also, keep in mind in all of my readings, the energies can be reversed. And also, though I say that something is something that you did, it may be something that someone else in your environment did. Okay. But it's either affecting you directly because you did it, or it's affecting you indirectly by proxy because someone in your group did it. Okay. But this reading, I started out with asking, what does your significant other think about you? And I'm getting a bit of a controlling energy here. You may have a little bit too much confidence in your backside being attractive. And I say that because I just happened to notice this right here. That won't be for everybody. But oh, you might think that you have backup is the other way that could be interpreted. So you're allowed to be kind of pushy or something like that, or controlling. I don't know. So basically, what I'm getting is they may feel that you're a little bit controlling. They also may feel that you're not seeing things clearly, that you may be upset. I also feel like they see that because you're, and you probably don't see it that way, but the way they see you as is that you try so hard to control things because you're not understanding or not seeing things clearly. And you're exhausting yourself. All right. And it's like also something about not wanting something to be unearthed. Okay. Destroy evidence, I'm hearing for some of you. That doesn't have to mean literal. Okay. But I also noticed in the wording, I saw sage the ring. So this person may sage the ring that you gave them, or this may be a message that you need to sage your ring. If you wear one, there's something about some energy that's attached to a ring. So think about that. Just be careful. Also somebody could be getting stitches. So be very careful. And I don't know if this is you or them, but I'm just noticing certain things in the cards that I want to bring to your attention. What else do I see that I need to talk about? Okay. Somebody's trying to crawl out of something and to go unnoticed. So they may think this of you, or this may be what's happening for them. All right. But I did ask, what does your person think of you? How do they feel about you? And again, this doesn't have to be fact. This is how they feel. Feeling is not always true. We feel and we see things through our own trauma lens. So what seems normal to you may seem aggressive to another person because they're not used to it, or they have a trauma that makes them see it as aggressive. Okay. So that's just something to keep in mind. There's definitely something here about a shadow side, though. What else? I think I'm going to let it go at that. So just remember, just because somebody feels this way doesn't mean necessarily they're ready to throw in the towel. They may be, they may not be, but they're seeing that you're all worked up about something here, and you're making yourself exhausted is the way that I'm seeing it. And you're so worried of being exposed in some sense of the word is where I'm getting what I'm getting from this. With the numbers, we've got something about health, daily duties, daily routine, service to others. There could be something going on with that, as well as financial, my money versus your money or their money kind of thing. Okay. So let's move on. Yours is a little more hard to read. So I asked how you feel about your significant other. And it says basically there's a new beginning, with this person or a restart with someone here, this significant other. And because it's discreet or not public, you're feeling successful when it comes to this love relationship. So for some of you, that could be what I was talking about earlier about they see that you're so afraid of this getting unearthed, right? That you're stressing yourself out for nothing. I don't know if those two correlate with each other or not. I'm just kind of guessing. But there could be a repeating of Saturn cycles here, which means hard lessons that you need to learn or that they need to learn. All right. But I do see stuff from the past coming into the future. It could feel as if there's not a complete bond because there's not complete honesty and openness about the relationship. But it looks like you are happy about this though, when it comes to love. Maybe you don't want to be fully open to this person. I don't know. I can't read your mind. Now, I will say some of you are doing this because you've got somebody behind the curtain. You've got somebody else, and you don't want the two to know about each other. Or you don't want other people to know that you're dealing with more than one person. Now, that's not going to be everybody. This could be somebody that you call a friend. Like a friend that you're in a relationship with. Something like that. Some of you, I don't know what this is. Some of you may have a tattoo on your arm that might be somebody's name, or they might have a tattoo on their arm of somebody's name. I don't know what that's about. Somebody may be kind of, okay, for some of you, this may be like, for instance, somebody who's recently, quote, broken up or on a break. And so they're not really sure that they're ready to let go of the other one, kind of thing. That's not going to be for everybody. But for some of you, that may be the case, because this is how you feel about them. But it's basically saying that there's a new beginning that you've gotten, or a restart with somebody here. But because it's behind the scenes, you're feeling successful about it. Yeah. Okay, let's move on. Okay, I asked, why does Leo's significant other feel the way that they do about you? And it says basically they experience some sort of misfortune, and so they don't trust you, and they're feeling upset that you controlled them into the situation that caused the misfortune. So there could be some blame game stuff going on. I also see the word theft. So for some of you, that may be significant. Something also about bio. I don't know if that's like bio mom, bio father, something like that. What else? I will say, when I do get this card, I always, for some reason, take this as the head of household. Something happened to the head of household, whether that's you or them. I don't know. But either way, let's look at this. Let me see if there's anything else I see. Getting the word evaporate. I don't know what that means. I know what evaporate means. It means to turn liquids into, well, to, what's the word? It makes liquids disappear, okay? Um, did you make somebody evaporate, so to speak, or disappear? Or you talk them into making someone disappear? That could be a thing too. I don't care. Basically, it's just saying they feel this way because they feel as if there was a misfortune that happened. They don't trust you anymore. They're feeling upset and feeling like they're being controlled. All right. So let's move on. Wow, I really don't understand this. So, this is asking why you feel the way you do about your significant other. Something about the truth coming out makes you upset because you persuaded this person into keeping their mouth shut, or vice versa. They did this to you. But this is, how do you feel about them? Well, that would still potentially be you. I don't know. Somebody here is upset because they feel like they were persuaded into keeping their mouth shut. Something about a recovery and an illusion. So that could be a health related recovery, falsehood, something around a falsehood around a recovery health wise, or a false start in a love relationship, okay? Yeah, because there's an illusion of wanting to heal something and then taking off, revolting, as it says. Okay, so let's move on. The outcome of your relationship, according to the cards, is conflicted. My throat chakra starts feeling blocked every time I look at these cards. So you guys cannot communicate well. Um, yeah, I was gonna say or this or that, but I feel like you can't communicate well. There's a block in your communication. And I feel like because of that, there's no fluidity to the relationship, if that makes sense. It's not flowing. Um, Also, with this card, I always say there may be somebody keeping score. But if you do work out a relationship, it's still going to stay secret. It's still going to stay a secret. Somebody is still not coming clean in some sense of the word. There could be something has to do with legal inheritance, shared monies, something like that, involving the mother or a family member. And maybe a marriage or some sort of contract is also involved, according to the numbers. I feel like this relationship is kind of a no-go. It feels like something that will only go on as a matter of convenience, meaning that if there's any threat of being outed for whatever that is, whether it's an affair, whether it's money related, whether it's, whatever it is, like I feel like this relationship is just, I don't know the words. I really don't know the words. It's like I feel like, Leo, you have a higher calling and you, for whatever reason, are not moving into that higher calling because of anger or resentment in some sense of the word. And I do get, like I said, the keeping score kind of shit, but Yeah, I just don't feel like I don't feel like this one's conducive. Please make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye, guys.